Now, today's session, like I said before, is about a topic called the common denominator of success. From a speech by Albert E.N. Gray back in the 60s, 70s, he wanted to figure out, well, what's something that I can say or figure out why some people are successful and why other people aren't. And he boiled it down to this one idea. The common denominator of success is that successful people form the habit of doing things that failures don't want to do. Successful people form the habit of doing things that failures don't want to do. Now, what is a habit? A habit is an automatic, unconscious behavior that is formed through repetition and reinforced by some kind of perceived reward. Essentially, it's just we're able to do it without really thinking, and it's our brain's way of conserving energy to make it habitual. If you had to think about how to drive a car every time, it would be exhausting. Put my key in there, turn the blinker, do this, left foot in front of right foot when you're walking. It'd be exhausting. So our brain forms habits, and every one of us has a plethora of habits every day. Now, the important question based on what we said, and maybe it's one you're asking right now, and it's definitely the one I asked when I first started reading this, was how do successful people form the habit of doing things that I don't want to do? I mean, how many times have you looked at someone who's succeeding and they're just doing the thing you want to be doing and it looks like it's easy for them? It looks like they're on cruise control, like it's automatic. And the way that it is written, or the way that we can think about it, is successful people in every situation are driven by the desire for pleasing results, whereas failures are usually driven by the desire for pleasing methods, and they'll usually be okay with whatever they can get by doing what they want to do. And, I used to look at this because my cousin, he'd just sit there and smash out his taxes. I'd be sitting there like, how can you just sit there and just do it on time every year, carve out the week to do it and just smash it out? It's like, because I want it done. I love how it feels when I submit it, when it's over, and I know that for however long I don't have to think about it, it's already over. And for me, I was thinking about it this morning when I was getting up at 4:45 to go to the gym before I started work, to do my morning routine. Why am I doing this? Because I love feeling healthy. I'm driven by the desire that I want to have energy in my body so I can go play tennis on Tuesday nights, so I can go to yoga on Sundays with my partner, so I can have energy to help my parents out around the house. I don't want to go to the gym. When I wake up in the morning, first thing, and I think this is the most encouraging thing, these habits that successful people are doing, and you see them doing their taxes with ease, going to the gym, and it looks like it's easy, they don't want to do it either. But they have associated a pleasing result at the end, and that's what they're focused on. Now, I want to give you two examples here. I want you to imagine two people, and they both have the same goal. Over the next however long it is, they both want to lose 10 kilos over maybe 3 months or something. And I want you to imagine that the first person, all they focus on is everything that needs to be done. In every decision, they think about how hard it is. They wake up, the alarm goes off at 7 or whatever, or 5, and the first thought is, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this. It's going to suck. It's going to be cold. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not even that important. I don't even know if I really want this. They think about what they're missing out on, that sleep in. And they just have that thought, this is just how I am. It's hard for me. It's easy for other people. It's hard for me. Do you think that person's going to continuously show up and be healthy? No, they're not going to do it. They've assumed that's not who they are. Now, I want you to think of the second person. I want you to imagine that they wake up and they just start thinking about how good it's going to feel to get that gym workout done. They're focusing on how, because they go to the gym, they've got this energy. They're focusing on how good they look in the mirror when they are consistent with their diet and everything. They're focused on all the things that they get as a result. They feel confident. They feel capable. They feel like a leader of their own life. Now, do you think that person's going to keep working out? Do you think that person's, and you can apply this to anything, saving money, dating, anything. I like the way that Eckhart Tolle said it in this thing. He said, the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. Now, you might be asking, well, how do these people get this power, this drive? They know what their purpose is. They're driven by some kind of desire, some kind of result, some kind of mission, something that grabs a hold of them and won't let go. And they answer the call with gratitude and say, yep, I'm going to do it. I don't care what it takes, I'm going to do it. And then the beautiful thing about this is once you start doing it, guess what? It becomes a habit. I exercise for 30 minutes. There's two areas of my life I consider myself successful. One is health, the second is relationships, both of which I had to earn. But I love doing all the things that result, like get me the success that I want. Why? Because I don't like doing any of them, but I love the result that it gives me. I love it. It's so good to the point where I actually enjoy going and doing those things. Why? Not because I enjoy them, but because I enjoy that they're getting me where I want to be. So let's jump into some journaling around this to really solidify this understanding and this knowledge. So you can write Mindset Mondays, Common Denominator of Success. You can do this in a journal or you can do it on a device. If you want to do it on a notepad, on your phone, or on Word on your computer, whatever works for you. I'll give you a moment just to get it sorted. And we're going to journal through 4 questions. Question number 1. What do you really want to move towards in your life right now? Now, this could be any kind of goal. Maybe if you've already got a goal, just write that down. But I want you to write a list if you don't have a goal specifically. And what you can do for number 1 is write what I really want is. Number 1, what I really want is, and dot point a few answers. Maybe it's a health goal. Maybe it's a job that you're working towards. Maybe it is to get your taxes done. Maybe it's a goal by the end of the year, whatever it is. If you need to, just take a few deep breaths, feel into it. What is it that you do want? All right, amazing. I'm sure you've got a few things written down there. And once you've got a few, what I want you to do is just reread your answers, the dot pointed answers, and I want you to put a star next to or underline the one that feels most genuine to you. You look at it and go, yep, if I want to really be successful, that's the area I want to be successful in. That's the thing that I really feel pulled towards. It doesn't have to be logical, it can be emotional. It can be just because you want it. It doesn't always have to make sense. You don't have to justify it to me or anyone else. And once you've picked something, just give me a thumbs up. So once I've got a few people with that done, I'll move on to the next one. Thanks, Tash. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Vicky. Ariba. Thank you. Once we get one more thumbs up, I'll move on to the next one. Perfect. Thanks, Eva. Excellent. All right. Now, question number 2. I want you to focus on what which answer you selected there, but an important element of getting what you want is seeing an image that calls to you, a vision that won't leave you alone. It's something so tantalizing. It's bigger than any challenge that might come up along the way. So when you think about your goal being accomplished, what's the emotionally charged image that you see? And you can answer this by writing, the image I see of my goal achieved. The image I see of my goal achieved that pulls at my deepest desires is me. And then what, write about it. What's the image? For me, with my goal just before the wedding, getting to 88 kilograms, the image was I could see myself getting ready, putting on my shirt, in my suit pants, and I could see my body and it looked fantastic. It looked toned. I looked bulky in the ways that I wanted to. And I just looked like I was radiating beautiful energy. I was smiling at myself in the mirror, giving myself mental high fives. What's the image that comes to mind for you? Now, if this is easy to write, excellent. If it's hard, even better. That means you're doing some really important work. It's going to help pull you forwards. If you need to, take a deep breath, feel into it. Let emotions come up. If you really struggle to see it, just close your eyes for a second. And don't worry about the journaling, just see it. Or try and form the image. Your goal is achieved. What does that look like? Amazing work. If you're anything like me, you probably want to add some more to it. So I highly recommend leaving a few lines before starting the next question. So just finish up whatever you're writing and leave a few lines to come back later and add to. Because trust me, there'll be parts of that image that keep just building upon building. The clear image I had, that's not what I had the first time. Took me probably, I don't know, 8 times of thinking about it before I got to that. And I really saw the image and I felt into it and I realized why it was so important. Now, question number 3. As we know that successful people think about why they want their goals, like the benefits and how good it will feel, etc., I want you to ask yourself why you want this goal. And you can answer this by writing, why I want this goal is. Why I want this goal is. And let yourself go deep because I want to love myself. I want to feel joy. I want to feel successful. I want to be a great partner. I want to be a fantastic parent. Could be something even more because I'm sick of feeling like I never get anywhere. And let whatever comes up come up. Breathe into it. Let it be there. Amazing work, guys. You're doing really well. And just noticing how you're feeling right now. If you're feeling some energy shift in your body, you're feeling some motivation arise. Maybe you're feeling like you just want to jump off the call and just start doing it. Whatever's coming up. Maybe you feel resistance. Maybe you feel anxious. Whatever's coming up is perfect. That's okay. Again, you can leave a few lines if you want before starting the next question that we're about to do. The question number 4. Your goal will require actions to be taken. That's just the nature of the beast. If you're sitting there and want to get ripped, you're going to need to go to the gym. If you want to earn more money, you're going to have to work a bit harder or come up with a new idea. If you want to move countries, you're going to have to put some work in to get the visa sorted. That's just the nature of going after goals. So I want you to take a moment to think about what you know needs to be done and what you get as a reward each time you do the action. So what you can do for this is write the action as for number A is the action, and then write underneath R, which is the reward. So for example, A could be gym 3 times a week. R could be build muscle and mental strength. So what's the action? What's the reward over the long term? So for each action, write what the reward is. Right now, I'm going through some of my coaching material to go through it again. The action is to study it for like 30 minutes a day. The reward is I'm a much better coach and I feel so much more competent when I'm on calls with clients. Therefore, I can help people change their lives in an even better way. And as you're answering this, just noticing whether you have to really think about it or whether it comes naturally to you. Either way is good, just noticing it. And just taking deep breaths whenever you feel like you need to. And if you need to smile, just think about how this reminds you of being back in school again. All right, amazing work, guys. And once you've finished answering the last part of your question, I'd love for you guys to put in the chat maybe 1 or 2 words, maybe even a sentence about how you're feeling towards your goal right now. Maybe you're feeling excited to get into it. Maybe you're feeling, I don't know, extremely anxious and overwhelmed. That's okay. Whatever it is that you're feeling. I'll just give you guys a chance to share. Vicky, I now know that I have the map to success. Oh, I love that, Vicky. Breathe into that. Feel that in your bones. A bit anxious. I'm going to assume that means anxious. That's okay. Ariba, more clarity. Excellent. Tash, keen to work at it and achieve it, but many doubts about how and if I can manage it in a timely manner. Time, that's okay. Not every goal happens in the time frame that you think. That's okay. Alan, pretty anxious. That's good. That's good. It's good to be anxious. That's just you stepping into a space that is uncomfortable and unfamiliar. I remember someone saying recently that anxiety is just misguided excitement. And it's changed the way that I feel about it. When you're anxious, it's usually because you're in an uncomfortable situation, and uncomfortable new situations can be exciting. So it's a good way to reframe it. Brittany, uncertainty. That's okay. Eva, focused and anxious. Beautiful. That's the best place to be. If you're not a little bit anxious, you're probably not doing anything that challenges you, so you're probably not going to grow that much. Bob Proctor, the guy who I followed, he said if I'm not feeling excited and scared at the same time, I know I'm going in the wrong direction. And I 100% agree with that. That's where the growth is. That's where we actually experience different elements of life. Someone once said that the average person lives 70 years, but the average person also lives the same year 70 times. And that kind of really hit me. If we're not willing to get uncomfortable and grow, we are now all that we're ever going to be. I don't know about you guys, but I like who I am right now, but I'm excited to see who I'm going to be in 5 years' time. Guys, take a moment to do a little bit of a stretch. Give yourself a pat on the back for doing that. The journaling, that's the challenging part. Now we've got the meditation, which is the fun, easy, relaxing part. Hopefully not too relaxing. I don't want anyone falling asleep again on me. So we will try and get yourselves into a nice, comfortable position. Just stretch out in any ways that you need to beforehand. It's never fun to meditate when you feel uncomfortable. And I have adjusted the volume so it will be slightly lower, so my voice should be louder than the music today. So just take a moment, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and just find yourself getting into a nice, comfortable position where you're happy to sit for the next 10 minutes. Play some music, and just take a moment to arrive. Make any last second adjustments to your body. And just feel yourself sitting up nice and straight, your spine straight, shoulders back slightly, head up. And just take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out through your mouth and feel your body relax. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your mind slowing down. Another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Feeling your mind slowing down. Just taking this moment to give yourself permission to be here, to be present, to go through this experience with no expectations, just curiosity. Take a deep breath into that. Deep breath out. We're going to start today's session with a breathing exercise where we breathe in through our nose, deep breath in, and then breathe out through our mouth. We're going to do 20 really deep breaths. And if you want to add an extra element to this, when you breathe in through your nose, you can lift your arms up in the air. And when you breathe out through your mouth, you can bring your arms back down. On the 20th inhale, we'll breathe all the way in, hold it for 10 seconds. We'll breathe out through the mouth and then hold for 10 seconds. I'll guide you through this, and we'll take our first inhale in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and out. 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 4 more to go. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And breathe in all the way in. Really deep breath. And just gently hold it at the top right now for 10 seconds. Driving into stillness. And let it out all the way out through your mouth with a sigh. And hold for another 10 seconds. Let your body relax. Let your mind go blank. Take a really deep breath in all the way in. And let it out. And just allow your breathing to return to normal. Just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. If any thoughts are coming up, just viewing them and letting them go. Right now, I want you to step into the moment where your goal is achieved. Imagine that you're arriving. It is done. See a scene in front of you and just see everything that you can. All the things that mean something to you. Smiles on the faces of people you love. The small details that make you know it is done. And enjoy it. And as you're in this moment, seeing yourself achieve your goal, take a moment to notice what you can hear in this situation. Maybe it's ambient noises, people, maybe it's even voices. Pay attention. What can you hear in that moment? And I want you to imagine that there's some people there with you, or that you're talking to. And I want you to hear those people congratulating you on achieving your goal. Take a deep breath into that and a deep breath out. Now pay attention to what you can hear yourself saying to yourself in the moment that you've done all those hard things to get there. What is it that you're saying to yourself in this moment? Take a deep breath into it. Really feel it. Deep breath out. And while you're in this moment, seeing what you can see and you're hearing what you can hear, I want you to really pay attention to how you're feeling. Remember, you actually did it. You're there. Celebrate it and enjoy the gift of feeling the satisfaction and excitement and joy in that moment that comes with succeeding at your goal. Feel it. Take a deep breath into it and a deep breath out. Feel the emotions coursing through your mind, through your brain, your head, all the way down through your shoulders, into your chest, into your belly, all the way down your legs into your feet. Take a deep breath into how good it feels to succeed at something you really want. Take a deep breath into it again and a deep breath out. Now, in your mind, take a moment to think about actions that you've taken that have gotten you to this moment and see yourself doing all the actions that come to mind. Once you see an action, direct gratitude to the action because you know that it's given you what you want. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And in your mind, I want you to repeat after me. I know what it is that I want. I am stronger than any challenge I face. I want to do hard things because they give me what I want. With this mindset, I attract solutions with ease. As I walk this path with gratitude, my goal comes to me with ease. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out. And just bring a slight smile to your face. As in your mind, you can see your goal being achieved. You can see the actions that you're taking to get there. And with a little smile, you feel a ping of excitement. It feels like something's starting up in your body. There's an energy, there's a momentum, there's motivation building within you. Take a deep breath into that. Deep breath out. And just noticing that impulse you have right now to take action. And just feel for a moment gratitude towards it. I'm grateful I have a goal, and I'm grateful that I have an impulse to move towards it. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just slowly let the image go as you feel your way back into your body. Just noticing the temperature of the air in the room you're at. And when you feel ready, you can take a deep breath in, deep breath out. You can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Just slowly come back into your body. Move your shoulders. Do any motion that feels good. Slowly come out of the meditation. And with one last deep breath in through your nose, really big deep breath in. And a deep breath out. You can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back and well done. All right, well done, guys. Take a moment right now to do anything you need to do. If you need to write something down, amazing. If you need to head off, that's completely fine as well. The one thing I do ask is we've been doing these sessions for 3.5 years now. I'll keep showing up every week if you guys do. But if you can go into Meetup when you leave and leave when you go back in, just give this session a review. That would be amazing. Yep, good night. No worries, Alan. That's how we get to so many people. That's why so many people come, new people all the time. If you could do that, that would be amazing. I also do have another link, which I'm going to put in the chat. There's a link to PayPal if you want to donate something to help out with the meetup fees. That would be amazing. No worries, Tash. Thanks for coming. And there's also a link to our WhatsApp group if you want to join that. We do a journaling challenge each week, and we also post some things in there to do with, mindset and anything like that. So I'll just put those links in the chat. So if you want to check them out, amazing. But other than that, what we do now is I turn it over to you guys. So this is a chance for you guys to share. You can do one of three things. You can either share a takeaway, something that you're taking from today's session. You can offer an insight, which is, something that you think might be benefit for other people to think about in relation to this topic. Or you can also ask a question if you need to. That is completely fine. You can do one of those three things. Now, we will try and keep it relatively quick just to honor everyone else's time. Now, the way I do it is I usually start off with whoever's got their camera on. So, 1 second. There we go. So first up, Andrea and then Ariba. So Andrea, if you would like to unmute yourself, go for it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yep, perfect.
It took a second. At first of all, it came up with the host won't let you mute yourself, and then I suddenly realised it had changed to it wanted me to.
Yeah, perfect.
That's all right. Yeah, I sort of was doing the imagining and kind of felt motivated and hopeful that I might be able to get it done in when I want it done and wanted to was enthusiastic enthusiastic about getting into it and getting stuff done. But then I also noticed when we were doing the deep breaths into it, I was feeling a bit sort of odd, almost weird, queasy feeling again or something. And then I sort of suddenly this sort of thought dawned into my mind. It's, oh, actually, it's kind of like what they describe butterflies feeling like in your tummy or whatever. Oh, crap, it's anxiety. So obviously, there's a big part of me that's still kind of anxious about whether I actually can get it done.
Mm, yes, that's
But then,
that is a big part of it as well. That's
but it,
where
it
the
wasn't
belief chapter comes
unexpected.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where whenever people feel that sense of anxiety, that's when I feel like the belief shifting work is probably the most important kind of work because there's these two ideas. I like to think of it as this. There's a battle going on within you. There's two different ideas. The one is I want this. The other idea is you can't have this. You can't do this. You are incapable. So every time you steer into I can do this, it's like you're playing a mental game of tennis. It's like I want this, and then the old paradigm, the old belief fires back. No, you can't. Remember all the times you've done this, and that's where we sit in that battle. One of the things that
Yeah.
I've found
Very,
really, really
very.
powerful for that is to have some kind of belief shifting exercise. If you would like me to send you one, it is important. The thing about a belief is it's usually been formed anywhere from the age of 2 to 4 years old, and it could have been going for all that time. So some beliefs we've had for 50 years. So with those
Yeah, the old
beliefs,
ADHD, low self-image,
yeah. I mean,
washing the odd one out. Yeah, it's
I got diagnosed with bipolar and ADHD, and I've been back to see them, and I've done the test now, and I do not present with either of those conditions. Not because my brain chemistry has actually changed through the work that I've done. So it is possible to overcome. A lot of people, they do stay in that, well, I can't because of this. And then the thing that happens whenever that is there's no thought past that. A belief is like this like block where it's like it arrests any thought pattern past it. As soon as you have that thought, well, I can't because of AD, it's like suddenly all the woof is taken out of your steam. But basically, it's like all the
yeah.
motivation. Well, it's like, well, I can't because it's pointless. So if
Well,
that's something that comes up,
I
then
kind of got
definitely
through a lot of. I kind of got through and did a lot of stuff when I was younger because I didn't even have any diagnosis, and I knew I kind of could. And I used to say, well,
that's
I
where
should be
I'd be
able to, so
starting.
I can.
A
But
belief is just something, I like to think of a belief as like a tabletop. And underneath it, it has points of reference. Those are the pillars that hold up the table. So let's say we have the belief,
yeah,
I can't do
unfortunately,
this because I have
menopause.
ADHD. And underneath, we've got all these points of reference. Well, remember this time, remember that time. And what we do when we do belief shifting work is we literally go in and destabilize all the pillars that hold up the limiting belief. And we go to all the pillars under, I can do this. Even my ADHD is a blessing in this situation. And we think of all the points of reference we have where we know, hey, because of this, I can actually do it. So
Yeah, so
it's a
I think what
mental
happened with me
gymnastics
is
for it.
menopause kicked out all the wrong pillars and put in all the others.
And you
And that's
look,
and
nature
I
can
had
do
the
whatever it
perfect
wants, but
storm.
we're responsible
Mm.
for
Yeah.
building the
No,
pillars that we
I
want.
had the perfect storm of menopause, marriage breakup, perimenopause, stress stuff going on at work. Everything just all kind of came to a
Yeah, and you
big
can
shit
you
pile.
can build you can rebuild the pillars. But yeah,
Yeah,
if
and
you want to do
I'm
some
doing
work on
that
that, please
slowly.
do let me know because I've got some
Yeah,
exercises that'd
yeah.
be really helpful. Ah, perfect.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing,
yeah, I wouldn't
Andrea.
mind if you want to. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind if you want
yeah,
to
I'll send them
send them or
through.
something. Ah,
Ah,
yeah,
perfect.
I'll
Thanks
try
for
anything
sharing.
once.
All right, next up we've got Ariba, and then we'll go with Sue. So Ariba, if you want to unmute yourself and share a takeaway, an insight, or a question, go for it. I think for me, this long term. Yeah, I like that, Ariba. That's a great thought. Thank you for sharing that insight. I think that's something that we could all really read and remember. Um, the first workout is always the hardest. The first day that you go without, I mean, I went just as a challenge, I went 4 years without alcohol. It was supposed to be 1 month. And I tell you what, that first month was the hardest out of all of them. When I went cold turkey on the 5 different prescriptions I was on, the Lyrica, clonazepam, temazepam, sodium valproate, all those. When I went cold turkey on it, that week was horrible. after the first initial thing, it gets easier and it gets better. It becomes a habit. The first part sucks. That's why you don't try and change too many habits at once. Because if I tried to quit drinking, tried to get off all the pills, and tried to, start my business all at once, I'm going to fall in a heap. We choose one at a time. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Reba. Next up, we've got Sue. Then we've got Rose. Sue, would you like to unmute yourself?
Thank you, David. Thanks for the session today.
Hmm.
Um, I have questions about so basically trying to align my goal and visions and current status and what I want to achieve is. So in the exercise that when you actually trying to tell like feel what do you feel about it, and it's really very alienated, and yeah, I try to make sure that to keep reminding myself that these are the goals that I'm trying to chase every day, but feels like yeah, it feels like aliens. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm. So, there's one thing I would ask about this, because this is something that always happens whenever we visioneer our goal. A lot of the time, the short term really sucks. It's hard and it's difficult and it's very alienating. There's lots of times where I've gone after a goal and it's kind of separated me from friends, from loved ones to go pursue it. And that first part is really uncomfortable. And it's also going against what they want for me or they want me to do. So it can be really hard, even with my partner. Sometimes I'll be like, I want to work on this. And she's like, oh, yeah, I don't know if you got time. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to have to do this alone with a bit of resistance and everything. And it's uncomfortable. The thing about this is to go in your mind as far into the future as you can see, where you can see this being a good thing in the long run. If you're, for example, if you're breaking up with a partner that you've been with for a while, the first 2 months are going to suck. You got to move house, you got to change all these things. But if you think about where you might be in a year's time, where you're free of that person and you're maybe together with or meeting some other people who are a much better fit for you in the long run, suddenly it looks like a appealing thing. So go as far in your mind as you can to where it is landing in a good place.
Mm, yeah. I on that topic that I try to like like I don't know, kind of like okay, if that is really new to me, to make myself that to even to visualize, to make myself that yeah, it is possible. It is actually like if since everything seems it is um for example, in terms of the money mindset or things like that, then actually like if it is happening to the other people in the sort of like starting set of goals, then it is possible for me. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I would just like, okay, I try to look at like to make myself that it is actually um a routine. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Is it the
Um,
the routine and this seeing that routine as not being an ideal kind of situation? Is that like you're looking at the routines and the things you might need to do and it's not feeling good to think about it? Is that what you mean?
um, what I mean is, for example, I set a certain goal for my business, and I I feel like it is possible milestone, but I don't know, and it is actually set of milestones that other people have achieved as well. And I know I can feels like, oh, actually, they also set step on the certain kind of like, like step by step. But I would just like, I don't know, somehow from my deep inside, I feels like I'm not sure I will get it. I don't know. Like it
Oh,
is
okay. Oh,
actually
yeah.
deep inside, you know.
Yes. Okay, so there's a video I'm going to send you on Meetup, or if you've got me on WhatsApp, I'll send it to you there. It'll really, really help you with this topic. Um, but one of the things that is kind of coming up for me listening to you talking about that is it sounds like you've got other people's ideas of success in your business as points that you need to hit so that you feel successful. The question I have for you is if you walk along this pathway for your business and you give it your best shot, what will you decide success means? Like, what will make your own rules for success in this? If you sit there and go, I have to hit this person's thing, that's comparing yourself to other. Ask yourself what you would like to see happen so that you feel successful within yourself. And it could be completely different. Like for me, when I first started my coaching business, my coach is like, you've got to get like 10 coaching calls a week. And I'm like, to me, success feels like having three. And they're really good ones. And he's like, oh, they've got to be done in like 60 minutes. I'm like, to me, success means in those calls, I feel like I've really made a connection and helped someone change their life. Now he looked at it and said, oh, what you're doing isn't success. That's his version, not mine. My version and your version of success go towards what feels like success for you in this goal. Because it sounds like you're comparing yourself and whether you're going to live up to other people's expectations, and that's just going to be a lose-lose game. There's that saying, I love it. It's like, if you judge yourself on your ability, like if a fish judges itself on its ability to climb a tree, it'll forever think it's like stupid and incapable. Fish can swim very quickly. So everyone has their own different version of success, even in the same field. Every psychologist, like psychologists have different modalities, different ways of achieving the same thing. And they all will say to you, this is the way that works for them.
I just one follow-up. Like
Mhm.
I've the so I was like, since this is a new journey for me, apart from like 10 years that I have worked before.
Mhm.
So since this is a new journey, like I'm trying to find it like the all other possible way, like books, pockets, people meeting in person or online or whatever. So I would just like, if I do not get um insights from other, like, in
Mhm.
every possible way, I might be not finding my path, like correctly
The
or
most
things
important
like
thing for this part, Sue, is make it fun. If you're not having fun right now at the start, you're going to hate the next few years. Even if you succeed, it's going to be horrible. Make it fun to start off with. If you're not going to have fun, what's the point?
that is very true. That is
Like, I mean,
very,
this
very
this
true.
this is the funnest part. Honestly, when I first started my coaching business, it was the most fun I had. It wears off, and you're left with what the reality of the situation is. I remember this saying. It was someone said, "We didn't start a business because it was easy. We started a business because we thought it was going to be easy." So have fun with it. Do what you got to do to make it fun. Like if you're not going to have fun, it's not going to, don't even bother.
I love it. Yeah, thanks.
Make it fun. Laugh at yourself. Define your own version of success and make it something you actually want to succeed at. If it's you want to make content, if you want to do something else, if you want to have weird parts on your website, whatever it is, make it unique, make it fun so that you're having fun. Everything will
Yeah,
come after that point. All right,
yeah.
amazing.
Mm,
And also remember why
thank you.
you're doing it. That's really important. I had one of my clients who was like a Forbes 30 under 30 for women in Asia. And I was talking to her and her business was falling apart and everything. And I was like, why did you start this company? And she's like, I haven't even thought about that in 6 months. And then we went back to it. I'm like, why did you start this? And she's like, well, because I really wanted to help these young women with this, this, and this. I'm like, think of a girl who's sitting there right now going, oh my God, my life's so much better because of you. And she sat there and she sat with it and started smiling. And she's like, yeah, that girl need. And I'm like, and there's like 100,000 of your customers that'll like her, that'll hoping that you do really well because they want your product and the thing. And she's like, amazing. Spoke to her a few months later and they were back on track. Everything was going well and she was enjoying it again. If you forget why you're doing it, you didn't start a business to stress. That's all I'm going to say. You started a business because you wanted to do something.
Yeah. Mm,
All right, amazing,
thank
Sue.
you.
Amazing. All right. Next up, we have Rose, then we have Brittany.
Hi, David.
Hi, Rose. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic.
I've read that book actually. It's a good book. Um, there's
Really?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, excellent.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
the common denominator of success or something
Yes.
else?
No, the
Really?
common. Yes, I have it, and I think so what I did, I have a physical copy, but in the end I decided to download a digital version so that I could digitally mark it up because I didn't want to draw. I hate drawing on books.
Oh my God, you'll hate looking at my books
Yeah.
then. Oh, there is like red pen and bits written in it and scribbled all over my. I
I
feel
did it
weird giving my
virtually.
books to others.
I did it virtually.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, no, I really like that book, and yeah, there's a few bits in it that I really, really like, and yeah, obviously the main thing being, doing, not necessarily what's fun in the moment, but for the long-term goal, and I do sort of try and exercise that.
Mm,
Um, I have two things. My first thing is I'm in that phase that you just mentioned before to Sue where it's a bit of a crappy phase where I'm trying to do my goal
hmm
and outside of this group, people in my physical, I guess, circle, the ones that I've kind of told mentioned it, I it's like they think I'm doing the wrong thing, but yeah, and it's really hard.
Oh my
Like
God, it is so hard, Rose. You're doing so well to keep going. Like the amount of strength that it takes it's the kind of thing that people write books about. It's the kind of thing that in a year or 2 years' time, you're going to be on a podcast telling this story and it's going to be inspiring people. The thing I like to come back to as a thought in this moment, and you can use this if you want.
Mhm.
This is where 99% of people give up and live the rest of their lives with regret.
Yep.
You're not going to stop.
Yeah.
This is where 99% of people will give up and live the rest of their life with regret. And I am not doing that. Are you going to do that, Rose?
No.
Hell's yeah, no, you're not.
I'll remember that one. Thank you. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
have that as a mantra. It's good to just come back in those moments
Yeah.
to something that's empowering. All you need is one good thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your good thought? What's your good thought right now? What's the thing that is keeping you going in this moment?
Yeah, it just seems to be um it's something I've been trying to do and wanting to do for many years. So I don't know why, but it's just I am focused on stuck on it. It definitely 100%, 200% helps having found this group because I think I would have probably fallen off the horse again for another, X months and then, maybe eventually tried to get back to it. I think that's sort of where I was at the last. I mean, I've been trying to do this for about 5 years.
Well,
Um,
here's the thing, Rose. You've probably been never been as far as you are into it right now. Is that correct?
yeah, yeah,
Oh my God. So how scary is that going to be? You've never been this far before.
yeah.
And you're making progress and you're still showing up. Like, you've got like I'm giving you mad props from over here, just so you know. Like again, 99% of people would have given up and you're not giving up. And that says a lot about you, Rose, which is something very empowering to know and to feel it.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Well done, Rose. I think can we all give Rose a little bit of a clap, even if you don't have your camera on?
Thank you.
I love it. I love it, Rose. That's some tenacity right then.
Thank you.
How you feeling right now?
Yeah, good. Emotional, but good. Yeah.
Emotional but good. That's perfect. If you're not having some kind of tears, happy or sad once a week, you're probably numbing yourself too much with TV or something like that.
Oh, that's
I
funny,
also
actually.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
I have emotional tears of like happiness and sadness at least every few days.
right.
Yeah. And it's good. It's good. I feel alive. Do you feel alive right now?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I remember like 99% of people, that's where they quit. But the other thing that I remember someone saying, and this kind of changed my perspective of life forever, which is most people tiptoe their way through life hoping to make it safely to death.
Yes. Yeah.
We're not tiptoeing, Rose, so don't tiptoe. And
Okay. Yeah.
if you need to, like, if these people are annoying you and you feel like you need to, like, yell or vent or something, do something. Like, if you wanted to say, hey, this is going to make me happy, if you're not with me, then you're against me.
Yeah.
Say what you need to say. Have a blow up. Do something. Let out the energy.
Yeah.
Or maybe just scream into a pillow, whatever you feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah, I might have to work on that one. I'm not very good at being confrontational.
Yeah, no, I don't really ever recommend being confrontational, but sometimes it feels good to stand up for yourself and your
Yeah.
dreams. And it
Yeah.
also can push you to, in those kind of situations, sometimes it also, you can draw on the motivation, transmute the energy, and to be like, I can't wait to show them that it worked.
Yeah, actually, I do. It was weird because I did have a bit of that feeling, which I
Yeah,
haven't
lean into
before.
it.
But
I'm
yeah,
okay. I'm all good with leaning into that. If someone's doubting you, so I'm going to show them, but not
yeah,
just for me. I'm going to show them that it's possible for them. If they're doubting me that I can do it, it's going to show them firsthand that difficult things can be done, and that's a blessing to them and to me.
yes. Okay,
Mm.
I will remember that.
Yeah. What's that saying? Do once what other people say is impossible, and you'll never listen to others again.
True,
All
true.
right. Perfect. Thanks for
Thank you.
sharing, Rose.
Thanks,
Beautiful.
David.
I do want to say, Rose, like the difference in you that I've noticed, especially, because you've been coming here for about 3 or 4 months at least now, maybe
Yeah.
six.
Yeah,
Um,
since December.
yeah, December. So yeah, over 6 months or 6 months then. I can see a massive change in you, just the way that you show up, the way that you talk on these calls. You've gone completely into that, taking responsibility for your own life and for your own actions and what you can do. And obviously it's still scary, but you're on the way up. So keep doing what you're doing, Rose, whatever it is, because it's working.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, David.
No worries, Rose. All right. Next up, and last but not least, we've got Brittany. Brittany, go for it. Sorry, I didn't realize. For some reason, you always end up at the bottom of my screen, Brittany. So I'm so sorry about that.
I think it's because I'm in another country. Maybe I get moved to the bottom.
Oh, sorry about that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's all right. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. One thing I do struggle with is like I know this group is like for mindset, and there are certain like conditions that maybe we're diagnosed with, but then we have the power though to still to work through our goals. Maybe we have to take different steps to do them. But lately, I've had some um, health issues, and I'm really not sure like how to perceive it. Like if I'm not like to tell myself, oh well, I still do that, but I did, and like low iron and some other conditions like from the heat, and I was literally like falling asleep. And so my question is like when I feel that way, like should I just keep telling myself, oh well, I can still do it, even though I feel like I can't pull through at times. Like you talked
If
about
you
like
if you
chronic
have
fatigue and
yeah
like ADHD and
yeah. So my response to this could be different to anyone else's. So this is completely up to you, Brittany. Actually, I'd probably before I say anything, I'd like to ask you a question. Let's say that health is a sliding scale and 100% is you're full of energy, you feel fantastic, you feel amazing, and 0% is you feel like you literally cannot move a finger. Where would you say that your health is on that sliding scale from like 1 to 10?
it varies.
Okay, so what would you say is the average kind of then? Or where does it go up to and where does it go down to?
Let's see. I would say maybe the average like lately is in between like a six and a seven. Like sometimes it's been really low where I have had difficulty like getting up and to
Yeah.
bed, but overall though, I still think though like it's been better than it was like years ago in the past, like consistently. For
Mhm.
me though, I've just tried to remind myself like, okay, maybe I don't feel as great, but like what can I do to feel better or what things can I still
Yeah.
do?
You also don't want to overthink it too much. Um, one of the things with chronic fatigue syndrome and being very, very tired, yep, no worries, Sue. One of the things with chronic fatigue syndrome and being very, very tired is overthinking and analyzing. Like one of the things I said before about habits is we make habits so that we can conserve energy. If we're thinking is one of the hardest things to do, it involves a lot of energy. And if we're bouncing between ideas and should I do this, should I do that? Should I go to bed now or up? And then we have also the guilt, the shame that comes along with when we don't feel our best and all that. It's exhausting. And a lot of us wearing ourselves out is to do with that. So my thoughts on that are number one, make being healthy and vibrant your number one goal for probably the next month. If you get to a point where your health is impacting your ability to go after your goals or feel good, let go of the goals for as much as you can. Have a personal goal, which is your health as number one. And you can have a second professional goal if you want as your number two goal. But number one, if you lose your health, you've got nothing. If you lose your energy, you won't be able to do the things to do with the goal anyway. So give yourself that permission and that love and that acceptance to be like, look, I need to work on my health right now. And then the second thing I'm going to say about this is where it's really important to know that your mind is overthinking and going in different directions and causing a lot of the issues to get worse and worse over time. It's exacerbating it. So there is a health affirmation I'm going to send to you by Bob Baker, which whenever my health gets a little bit off, I literally make sure I listen to it every day for at least 10 to 20 minutes, like in the morning. You can listen to it while you're doing other things or whatever, but soak your mind in the thoughts of health. Because right now, your mind is soaking in thoughts, most likely, that are causing you to be unhealthy, to be exacerbated in your health. Soak your mind in the thoughts of health, and you don't even have to think of them yourself. You can lean on this affirmations as a tool to trigger thoughts that go and put your brain working in the same way. I did the same thing when I had my chronic fatigue syndrome, with my ADHD, with the bipolar. I made affirmations about my health that I wrote and recorded that helped me at that time soak in the thoughts when I didn't have the mental capacity to think of myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thanks. No, I have been taking care of my health, so I'm like I guess the end of last week I started feeling better, so I've been able
Yeah. If you
to
feel that
do more.
if you feel that it's going up and down, now's a good time, especially when you're on a bit of an upswing, to solidify it. A lot of people, what they do with their health is this: I'm feeling crap, I'm feeling really crap, I'm going to do everything I need to feel better. And they start doing all the things, and then it gets to the point where they're just okay. Then they stop doing all the things they're doing for their health, and then the health goes back down, and then they're constantly on that. That was me with the chronic fatigue. I'd be good for a week, out for the next. And a lot of it was just I'd stop doing the things that were working. So I would set myself, if I was you, a challenge to listen to this affirmation I'm going to send to you every day for the next 10 days. And if it makes you feel good, set the intention to just do it a few times a week for the rest of the year.
Okay, thank you, Aiden. And Rose, I just want to thank you for always like checking on me and reaching out. And you're doing an amazing job. Like, I mean, every week sometimes you're thinking that you're not doing enough, or that your emotions go up and down, but you are putting in the work and you are still here and you're knocking it out of the park.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
amazing. Amazing shares, guys. Well done. Thanks for sticking around right to the end. You're all doing so well. And I can see the changes, and a lot of the changes are subtle at first and then they just build over time. The important thing is that when you find that you've got something that's working for you, keep going with it. You know, that's the thing that successful people really do. They find something that works and they never stop. You know, my cousin, he found that when he planned out his day, it made him very, very productive. Whenever he started a task, he'd sit down and come up with a dot point plan of how he was going to do it. And he just does it for everything. Why? Because it works. I exercise every day for half an hour or more. Half an hour or more is my minimum. Why? Because I had chronic fatigue syndrome for a very long time and I want to be healthy and vibrant. I've been healthy and vibrant for 8 years. Why do I exercise for half an hour every day, no matter what? Because it works. So find what you know is working for you and just keep doing it. When it's easy, when it's hard, and just remind yourself of what it's giving you, not how difficult or painful it is at the time. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you all soon. See you guys.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.